Hello, everybody. Good morning. Today's date, I don't even know today's date. Today's December 15th. Today's December 15th, 2024. Sunday, December 15th, 2024. I'm live here in Edmond, Oklahoma. And Isis, where are you? Where are you?
I'm in the UK, the
Isis
north of the
over here.
UK.
She told me something, and she's been telling me for years. And I said, immediately, I hopped out of bed on a Sunday morning and said, we're going live. Isis, am I lying?
That's exactly what you said.
So I met Isis as a gifted psychic. She has many gifts, but this is how I met her. I met her as a talented and gifted psychic about I think it's about 4 or 5 years ago, about towards the end of 2009. No, 2020. I met her in
Yeah.
2020. So about 5 years now. So I know her gifts, 4 to 5 years. So I know her. I know her gifts. I can't say I know them well because she's so talented. She's gonna pull something out of her bag that surprises me. But basically, she started talking about world events in 2020, and she used to say things like, "I see wars," and what would people say, Isis?
That I'm crazy and be like, stop putting the negativity into the world because the universe is going to take it and it's going to create it. But I see the future. So I was seeing what was coming. So even though, people were saying, don't say that, don't do this, it was already inevitable that it was going to take place.
Okay, so Isis saw that, and she saw it clearly. She saw the probability, possibility, vortice, and guys, I never like to talk about the future as if it's fixed. We all have different views of what's going on and everything, and so I should have introduced it. Today is Mr. Metaphysical News. Today's news from a different or psychic point of view, and tomorrow's news before it's news. So I will say the disclaimer that the future could be changed. The future is always changing. But when Isis would say that, people would say she's being too negative. She's doing this. She got frustrated. I remember she said she didn't want to talk around people because it was too clear she was seeing it. And so she's also talked about something constantly. And she said that she had, was it a dream or a vision? Which one was it?
Yeah, so I had a dream.
So she had a
Do you want me to?
dream.
Yeah.
I turned. Can you tell us when you had the dream? Do you remember what year at least?
Yeah, so it was 2020, and it was when we was in the thick of COVID. Well, not in the thick of COVID. Well, it was the thick of COVID because it was the beginning of COVID. So it probably was about 2020 April times, April, July times. I had the dream.
So, um, so you had the dream in about April, and you say 2020.
Yeah, it was 2020.
Dream about April 2020. So I remember her having this dream and talking about it. You kind of be like, eh, because the future, there's many possibility, probability futures. So I was like, eh. And when she said, I'll let you guys tell her the dream. She said the theme was the sky was red. Um, go ahead, go ahead, Isis. I'm gonna let you tell the dream.
Yeah, so I was going through a time where I was debating with myself. Is COVID something to be frightened of? And Spirit gave me a dream. So in the dream, one of my children was with me, and that was Trayvon. And we was walking through the park. And as we're walking through the park, there was all this red moss on the ground. And the moss was growing up on the trees. And I remember getting frightened, and my son's gone to touch it, and I've pulled him back. And I was like, don't touch it. Because I just like in the dream it felt as though if he had touched the mask, it would have gone up his hands and he would have caught COVID. So anyway, as that happened, I seen that everybody that was in the park was looking up in the sky. So I'm thinking, why is everyone looking up in the sky? And as I looked up in the sky, I seen many different colours, and I also seen spaceships. And then
Wait,
Spirit said to me,
wait a second, Isis.
when the sorry.
As you looked up in the sky, we had a little lapse. You said as you looked up in the sky. What happened in the dream?
So when I looked up in the sky, I see many different colours, and I saw spaceships. Can you hear me?
And then what was said to you in that dream? Did you hear a voice that said
Oh,
anything?
so at that point, Spirit said to me, when the skies are red, that means that we're here. So
Okay.
they're talking about the aliens or the space people, whoever they are, humanoids, humans, whatever they are. They're letting me know that they are going to be here when it's a sign. So also it was quite interesting because in the dream I was on the phone to my mom and it was a video call. So you know, like how I phoned you today to show you the sky. It was just like that with my mom, but I wasn't really trying to show my mom the sky. I was trying to show my mom the aliens, the spaceships, and she couldn't see it, and I couldn't understand why she couldn't see it because everybody in the park was talking about it. And then Spirit said to me, "Only some will be able to see." So I thought that was interesting as well.
Yo, I've heard about this dream since I met her, and I met her roughly around that same time. And so this morning when she showed me her sky, I said, "I know you. This is impromptu. You're not ready." And I know we never do Mr. Metaphysical News, like really showing. Guys don't always expect to see me Mr. Metaphysical News like this in the background. It's usually going to be the logo. This is what you're usually going to see. You're usually going to see this. So this is a privilege today. I got out of bed for y'all. You understand? so, um, so Isis, can you tell? Do you mind showing us? You don't have to show us your background, but can you mind showing us the sky? Can you?
I can't even show you right now because it's gone dark now. It's nighttime over here. So what happened was I was sitting in my front room and I'm looking out my window and I'm like, well, why is the cloud so low? Number one, because it was really, really low. And then there was another set of clouds above it that seemed to be still, which was quite weird. But then I noticed that the color of the sky was really, really like red, and it was changing. So it was like red, and it was purple. It was just so beautiful. And then in the background, it was bright blue. So I couldn't understand because it looked like daytime over there, and it looked like it was nighttime over here. So I was expecting, because of the way that it was so blue, I was expecting that this cloud or whatever was happening would pass and then it would go blue, but it's actually gone dark. But yeah, it was very beautiful. The kids are looking out, it was like, are you gonna see any spaceships? Yeah.
So, so there you have it. I wish we could show everyone the sky, and I tried to move as fast as I can, y'all. I think that was only like 30 minutes. I dressed up as fast as I could. I rushed out of bed and I got over here.
I've got
Maybe I
some videos though. I don't know if it can be shared on
okay.
here. I don't know how you do that.
Okay, maybe we can include some videos. I don't have an editor right now though, so I don't know how to edit really. So guys, it just shows we need editors because I don't know how to include the videos she gonna send me because where I always get stuck on the videos, everybody always say, "Where's the content?" And it's always because I say, "Well, we got to edit it or something like that." We have some good stuff that's never really been put out because it's just
Well, you can add it in later, can't you?
I'm saying I don't know how to do that. Well, maybe I have someone else do it at a later date, but I'm gonna publish this afterwards. So guys, I'll publish this today's date, um, Sunday, December 15th, 2024, and then maybe later on YouTube we can add, or maybe we can even get ISIS to show us tomorrow, or we'll see. But those skies in UK I saw it. They looked red slash, but it was beautiful. It wasn't just completely red. Almost like the planet, how you would think Mars would look. But anyway.
That is so interesting you say that because that is what I thought. That is what I thought.
Man. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna shut this down for now. Follow us. Follow the YouTube channel, Mr. Metaphysical News, and Mr. Metaphysical is multiple of them. Even follow Mr. Metaphysical Health and Wellness, our sister company. Also, Isis, where can they find you at?
So you can usually find me on TikTok at EKSJ or Extended Knowledge. You can find me on Instagram as Isis I. You can find me on Facebook as Isis I as well, or
What
Isis.
is KSJ? What KSJ stands for?
Is it Extended Knowledge Social Justice?
Helps to solidify their mind a little bit more. So, um, You can be found at Extended Knowledge on different platforms on Facebook. Well, on which ones? On Instagram and TikTok. She goes hard on TikTok, y'all. So definitely, what's your name on TikTok?
Extended knowledge or EKSJ.
So you can find her there at TikTok. And then also, guys, like I said, follow um, and get ready and follow us on Facebook too. Follow Mr. Metaphysical on Facebook. We'll be going live there a lot for the late nights with Mr. Metaphysical. You can also follow us on Twitter. It's not Mr. Metaphysical on Twitter. It's just M Metaphysical. So you can find us at M Metaphysical on Twitter. Guys, and then Mr. Metaphysical on Instagram. So guys, closing it down. Pleasure. And hey, this would be longer if y'all follow. Put your questions in the comments. Remember, it's tomorrow's news before it's news. Today's news from a psychic point of view, and tomorrow's news before it's news. So give us your questions. Give us your questions about what's coming in the future. Even stupid questions like where should I live. Try to stay away. I don't want to say stupid questions, but personal ones. Try to stay away from too much. The personal questions. That's more for if you want to be with us in the live studio audience. We'll have that membership coming out soon. We can ask questions live. Guys, the news is so real. It's like at this point, it's hard to go live with psychics because the world looks so different from the psychic point of view. I don't think the masses are ready for it, and just people not understanding that the future can be changed. They may freak out and get scared. Anyway, um, thank you very much, Isis, and I think we'll wrap up. You have anything to say before we go?
Me. Can't wait to be here again.
All right, see you all.